Remember, I'm going to be looking off camera when we're doing these settings because I'm looking at I'm pressing buttons and things. I'm also aware of the glare that will be coming onto my glasses from this open window, and I'll show you how to get rid of that glare at the end of this session. Remember the quick tap? Just gently to make sure that you're recording the actual microphone, the external microphone, and not the internal microphone. I might put glasses on while I'm doing this, if that's okay, because otherwise I'm not as young as I used to be, so I do need glasses when I am looking at things that are close to me. Right, let's just crack on. We've got our levels. Once you've got those levels set, they're a bit high, so I'm just going to drop them down a tad, down under the time code here, down, so that it's not so high. So that when I'm, being expressive, it's bouncing up, but it's not bouncing up too high. You don't want it peaking right into the red, okay? Just above 25 is fine. So, try not to look at the levels after that. Just check your collar once more. Working around from clockwise. Settings is the first thing you'll see. Settings here, we've got resolution. We want it 16:9 HD. Frame rate is 25p. Audio. Make sure the Rode video mic is selected, or whatever external mic is selected. Otherwise, you'll be recording audio from the phone microphone, which isn't good. Device, just save to camera roll. Then you don't have to go into the app to grab any of the vision, you just grab it off the camera roll. Presets, this is good, so you can have personal presets so that all the settings, like the microphone, the framing, the exposure, and focus could also be set in these settings. If you were always filming in the same location, maybe you want to set settings for that location. That's getting a bit technical, but you've got that option there. What else have we got here? Stabilization, don't worry about that. Camera, back or front. Then you've got the guide. As you see, the guide, the third. So that's that part. Okay, that's a brief overview of the settings. This is your record button here. If I press record, you'll see that it's ticking over. I'm not necessarily going to record this because it's recording on the screenshot. So I'll just stop that right there. But you see the time code down the bottom here is where that's ticking over. Make sure it's ticking over. Moving across clockwise, about 7 o'clock, we've got this A button. This brings up your peaking and some of your color, your exposure and color settings. I would just use the one on the right, which is peaking, and the one on the left, which is zebras. Just showing you quickly about peaking. Peaking shows you what's in focus, so it's a really good thing to just check that you are in focus. It goes black and white, so remember what I said before, take it off black and white because you want to see that you haven't got any weird things happening that you may not have spotted when it's in that black and white mode. Zebras. This is another important tool. See the zebras? They're just at the moment on the dark part of my face or shot. So the hair is a bit dark. The background there's some zebras in the background. Ideally, you want the zebras where it's just showing the hot spots of your face. I will work out how to do that, but at the moment, these zebras are showing the dark parts of the pictures. In the middle is where you have an exposure wheel on the left, so you can come down or up. See, that's a bit too hot. Well, that's a lot too hot. As you can see, if you touch the zebras, you've got zebras everywhere. Those zebras that are in the red are showing the hot spots. You don't want it that hot, so we're going to come down a few zebras just on those dark parts of your face. Here we have color balance. Now I'll go back to up the top to get us into the color mode. Color balance here. We've got daylight coming in. I'm against a window, as you can see, using that natural light coming in. If you wanted to change the balance, you can change it with the color temperature, moving down. If we were in Inside, we'd go down to 3:2, which is a cooler shot. And then you can adjust tint if you wanted to. I'd probably leave those alone, to be honest. And you have a lot of other settings here which we can go into, waveform monitors, things like that. I would just, to be honest, cameraman will kill me for saying this, but on this phone, in this setup, I would just use auto. Use auto. So get that auto happening. And it should pick the right one for you. As you can see, it changed there, and auto works well on this occasion. You've got a zoom here on the right that can zoom in and out. I'd just keep it wide, to be honest. Better quality if it's wide. Once you start zooming in, you lose quality. You could always crop in your edit program if you wanted to. That's zoomed in a tiny bit. Again, I'm just arm's distance away from this so that I can change all these settings. I've got no light at all now. I'm just using this daylight coming in from the window. This is an easy way to do it. Glare on glasses can be a real pain when you're lighting with external lights. The only way around it, in the TV game, we bounce the lights off the ceiling or move them from side to side so that you don't have the light coming straight in on your glasses. One option is to remove your glasses, and that solves the problem straight away. This is one reason why noticing these things like the glare that you saw, that's why you should look at your image in colour before you start recording. Personally, I like to look at my image in black and white, where I'm just sussing out my focus and my exposure and things like that. But I advise you before you record to just flick it to colour, because you can notice those little things that you don't tend to notice when the monitor is set to black and white mode.